What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Right, today we've got an RDTA. Now this one has been out for at least 2 years, maybe 2.5, 3 years. It's from Crave and it's called the Aromamizer Plus. And here it is. We've got it in 10ml mode, which is basically what it comes with. It comes with two 10ml tanks, but they do sell as an aftermarket purchase kits for 5ml and 20ml. You can also run this in RDA mode if you like, so it is one versatile little beast, this one. So let's go down to the table, have a good look around it and all the different configurations. We're going to put a dual core build in this one today as well, and then we'll come back up top and I'll give you my thoughts. Right, so we're at the table then, a quick look around this box. We've got a see-through window there. Right, on the side we've got Crave's address, we've got the colour of the tank there, we've got the address there again, SC205, and on the back we do have some information about the tank. It basically says that it comes as standard in the 10ml configuration. You can buy separate purchases, you can get the 5ml and the 20ml conversion kits. You can also run this in RDA mode. So we have got a flip style box and there's your tank there. Other bits that are inside, we've got a 10ml spare glass that comes with it. We also get a vape band, you've also got a 510 drip tip adapter, we've got a little tri-tool here, a bag full of O-rings and 4 hex style grub screws, and you also get a little user manual there, and not forgetting your little Crave sticker. Right, so let's have a quick look around this tank then. So on the top we've got an 810 fitting drip tip. On the top we do have a red O-ring. Right, some of these tips that I put in here are a little bit loose. This is the one from the Kylie, you can just see that. Others do fit it. We've got the one from the Nada, it does plug in there eventually. And obviously the one from the Glasby too, even though that's got O-rings, it does plug in quite easily. So it's a little bit wider bore than your usual, so not all your 810s are going to fit in there, so I thought I'd better just point that one out. Right, around the top we got knurling, we got threads on this one, which is different from the Glads. This one is obviously a lot older, 2.5, at least 2 years old this one is. We do have a little clear O-ring around there, so the threads are actually going on the inside of here. Right, there's the bore, the airflow bore. It's at least a centimetre, this one. We've got juice filling ports on the side there for you. So nice generous size ones, don't fill down the middle as ever. Right, threads aren't too bad on here. Just got to make sure you catch it nice and straight. Right, on the bottom, have a quick look on the bottom. Zoom right in for you. Right, so we got designed by BJ Shee. We got the usual serial number. We got stainless steel 510 pin, the peak insulator that does surround it. It does protrude a little bit, but as ever, you should have at least a millimetre of protrusion if you wish to use it on a hybrid mechanical device. Right, so we have got adjustable airflow on this one. All of this lot does break apart as well, but you can just see here we've got honeycomb airflow. So we've got a number of holes there. You can have it fully exposed on both sides, or you can have it in the slit mode, just like that, or you can just partially close, so you've just got like a couple of holes on each side as well, or just fully close it off, just like that. Right, just have a look on that chimney there. So we have got a little bit of branding going on. Crave's logo on the chimney. Just show you on the side, we have got a lock symbol there. Basically this is a juice flow control, so you can put it to open, so put it to close when you're filling up your tank, and put it to open when you've filled it up, stop it flooding out the deck. So this base comes off like this. Quick look inside of there. So this juice flow, the way it works, take off the cap, it all comes off. But yeah, so there's your juice holes, but basically that just spins around and shuts it off. Yeah, so you can just spin it around. There you go. You can open it up or close it off just like that. So that's how that bit works. Right, the deck on this is a plug-in affair. I expect there are a lot of other steam Crave tanks that do the same, but I've only got the Glasby 2 and this particular one here. Right, so here's the deck. We've got, post this build deck, we've got the positive and the negative separated by the peak insulator, and basically you can mount your coil. You could have a single coil mounted here and put it over into the middle, or you can have a single coil with one over here, one over there, one leg there, or one over here. You can also have it in dual by having one coil there and one coil here. Right, there's your cotton ports here. So this is a GTA, it's a raised style deck, so the juice will flow from underneath and be drawn up through the bottom here. But to plug it all back in, quick look inside there, you can see your honeycomb airflow. So we have got cutouts on the top, and we've got prowl bits on the side there, like big notches. And then when you've finished building, you have to take it off and plug it back in, just like that. Right, so let's just break it all apart a bit more then. Right, so we've got it in 10mm mode at the moment. So this is a long chimney piece here. We've got an overhang around there. We've also got one at the top here. So first of all, if you want to put it in RDA mode, you basically just screw this piece on here, and there you got yourself an RDA. Now the measurements of the RDA are 37.95mm from the base to the, I believe it's to the top of the drip tip. Right, let's put it in large mode now. So what you need to do, basically we've got this huge piece of glass here. Incidentally, the measurements go up to 81.75mm. Right, let's just put it up against the Shogun mod. Now this is not a small mod, this one, but you can just see it's basically the same length as it. So yeah, it really is a big beast this, but it does hold 20mm in this mode. You have to take off both these bits for 5mm mode, and it does come with this little chimney piece. So they come in these little boxes like this, like the 20mm one comes in one like this. So you do get a spare 20mm glass as well, which is nice, and you do get two 5mm ones, and you get some O-rings in there. So that's very nice indeed. So get your little chimney back on. This is the best looking one in my opinion, 5mm mode. Nice and short and stubby. Well, it's not short as such, but it is because it's quite wide. We've got 30mm diameter. Right, we've got it on the iJoy Shogun here, and the coils we're using today are from Coilology, handcrafted aliens here. These were kindly supplied by hiphopjuice.co.uk, so do check out their store. So they come in a little container like this with some cotton in it, and this is what the coils look like. So very nice looking coils. Also using the coily tool today, and I've cut the legs at 4.5mm. The cotton today we're using cotton threads, which was also supplied by Hip Hop Juice, so big thanks to them for that. Right, so I've loosened some post screws off, so it's just a case of dropping the coils in. Right, we've got the juice flow in the lock position to fill it. Right. So it's just a case of undoing the juice flow control now. Spin that round. So that's now open. There you go. All built up and ready to vape. So let's go back up top now and I'll tell you what I think about it. Right, we're back up top with the Plus RDTA from Crave. What do I think of this one then? Right, let's talk about build quality and fit and finish, all of that first. This is very well put together, this one. The threading's very nice on it. It's got lots of different parts, so if you like tinkering, this one could well be for you. All the chimney sections go together okay. The O-ring tolerances are pretty good on here. Got no problems with that. The airflow control ring does just keep spinning round though, so I would prefer it if it had a lock on it. But the tolerances of it are very nice. Nice bit of resistance when you're spinning the AFC ring. Yeah, so everything's put together very well. We've got no rough edges. We've got the Aromamizer logo on the chimney and on the top there, the writing. It's it's very minimalist. You can't really see it, so that's nice. We got this in the stainless version. Obviously, if you get the black version, it's going to be a bit more apparent. But yeah, it all goes together very well. I've tried it in the 5ml and the 20ml modes, and it all goes together. No leaking at all from this one in any mode. So yeah, it's very well machined, and just yeah, they've done a good job on the machine quality and build quality of this particular RDA. Now you've got a nice bit of nerding on the top. We have got threads on this one, unlike the Glass version 2, which I recently reviewed, which is a push top fill, which was a little bit loose. This one's got the screw top and it just stays on there, so that's all very good. Now the base and the build deck, I've only had three things from Crave. We've had the Glass V2, we've had the Aromamizer lights, which I recently reviewed, the single core RDTA, and we've also got this Plus. Now they all seem to have these pull-out decks that you have to plug back in. So for me personally, I find it a little bit of a fiddle. It's not ideal when you want to look at the deck, for example. You've got to undo different things, and I just find it a little bit annoying. But once it's all in there, it's all in place, and we've got no dramas. But for me personally, I think it's a little bit fiddly for me, so it just annoys me, that particular aspect of the Crave stuff. But that aside, everything else is just put together very well. So I've left it in 10mm mode because this is the version you're going to get if you buy the actual RDTA. Now the 5mm and 20mm kits are an aftermarket purchase, but you do get 2 spare glasses in each and lots of spare O-rings, so that is definitely a pro. Now, like I said earlier, I have tried it extensively in 5mm and 20ml mode, but I put it back in 10mm mode, and we're going to do the taste test on this, and then I'll talk about the other 2 versions a little bit later on. So we've got it at 90 watts, and we've got the honeycomb airflow fully open on both sides, and I'll give you an airflow rating with 10 being the widest airflow you can get and 1 being a super tight vape. So here we go, 90 watts. Right, there is a little bit of restriction there, as you can imagine. I would give this no more than a 7.5 out of 10. So airflow hogs out there probably wouldn't get on with this particular RDA. Now we can push it up higher than that. Let's put it up to 120 watts. Clouds for days, as they say, and you can keep going higher if you should so wish. I tend to like to rock it around 95-100 watts, personally speaking. But Just trying to get it up to 100 watts. God, this iJoy Shogun goes up in 0.1s unless you hold it down, and then you end up jumping too far past what you want. But we've got it at 100 now. So let's just slacken off the airflow control ring to just have the slit open now. So obviously you're cutting the airflow in half there, so you're getting more restriction. And you can knock it off even further by just having like it partially open. But it was very smooth in the slit mode as well. We're going to knock the wattage right down for this one. 75 watts. And it's still smooth even if you knock it right down. For the type of coils I've got in here, you want at least a slit or the big holes open. You can also adjust it round like this and knock it off like that, which I tend to do quite a lot. But it's all up to the individual. To be honest, with this particular tank, I find I can rock it wide open, and it's because it's got that restriction anyway. I just find that that is probably the best, especially if you want to go higher up the wattage range with it. But let's give it another toot, and then I'll give you a flavour rating with the 10ml tank on. Right, that was at 110 watts. This has got awesome flavour, guys. It's at least a 9 out of 10 for flavour with it in 10ml mode. If you put it in 20ml mode, the flavour does diminish. You're only getting like a probably 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Depends what sort of coils you got. I've only got the 3mm in a diameter coils in it, of course. I have tried 4.5mm in there, and if you're going to rock it in the extended glass, I'd highly recommend using larger coils for it, and you have to pump up the wattage to get the flavour to come out in 20mm mode. But with the 10mm mode, anything between like 80 and 100 and whatever, really, depends how high you like to go, gives you pretty decent flavour. But for me, anything over around 95 to 110 gives me the optimum flavour with this. Right, 5mm mode, which is the mode that I prefer with this one, you get slightly better flavour. I would say it's pushing 9 to 9.5 out of 10. But compared with the Glas V2, I still think that has got crisper flavour, so that one would edge it. But the airflow on here is super smooth. It really is super smooth across the board. But for a tank that's over 2 years old to be getting those sort of ratings, I think it's awesome. RDA mode, to be honest, I don't like using RDAs that much, but it does work in RDA mode if you want to use it. I prefer tanks, so that's the modes that I've been using in most frequently. But 5mm mode for me, it looks better as well. You've got a shorter profile on it, like you're getting, what you got, 48mm, so it looks more like a normal size tank. 10mm mode isn't so bad if you've got like a large mod like the Shogun there, but 20mm mode, as you saw down low, is, I think it's even bigger than the actual mod that I've got here. So it's just yeah, if you like large things, then great. Maybe get the Titan mod, the PWM mod, because that is quite a long and fat beast, so it probably complements it very well. But as far as how long the juice lasts in this, it is a thirsty tank, of course, because yeah, especially if you put a lot of wattage through it, you are going to use the juice. But I was finding even in 5mm mode, it wasn't like I was filling it up every 10 minutes. It was more like 20 minutes, half an hour. So let's give you a few chains on it at 110 watts. And it wicks very well indeed. Like I say, you don't want to overstuff those ports because it is a GTA. It's drawing it up from the bottom. So yeah, just rake out your cotton a little bit and sit it in there. I probably put too much cotton in the build I did, because it's hard to see from what I was looking at. I haven't got it on the big screen anymore. I'm just looking at the little monitor on the camera, but it still does wick pretty well. If you find that if you're getting slightly dry hits, just take a little bit less, little bit more cotton out of it, and you shouldn't have any problems. I've had absolutely no leaking out of this one, because basically it's coming in from the side anyway, and coming from the side, and yeah, I just haven't had leaking out of this tank. It's just an awesome tank, but I prefer it in 5ml mode. But yeah, I'm not sure the prices for the extension kits, but I would look on Google if you're interested in those. But overall with this tank, it's got to give a big thumbs up from me. We got super smooth airflow, awesome flavour, and it doesn't leak, and it's very well put together. So what more would you like from a tank? So big thanks to Steam Crave for sending over for review. It's very much appreciated. Now I've got my own website too. It's mfvape.co.uk, and you can also find me on social media. All the links are below the video. As ever, another shout out to VapeTube, which is the alternative vape reviewers platform. Most of my videos get uploaded over there. I know we have teething problems with buffering, etc., but it's always a good idea to other reviewers that are watching, upload your videos to VapeTube as well. Anyone who's watching, and I highly recommend subscribing to all your favourite reviewers on VapeTube as well, because you never know what might happen to vaping on YouTube. So until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Okay, cheers.